everybody. Welcome to the Michael Bernoff Show and Ask Me Anything show. We're going to get that out correctly, where we get an opportunity to work with you and other high performers in the world that are looking to be more efficient in the things you do, be more effective. I am here right now with my co-host, Jaden Easton, and we're here to truly talk about getting you what it is you want. And we're going to be taking some live questions in a minute. So, Jaden, how does that work? How do people dial in, and how do they get ready to rock today?
Yeah, great question, Michael. Good to be here. Good to see everybody on. We got a ton of people tuning in from all over the world. This is a live interactive call-in show. So if you'd like to ask Michael a question and get coaching on the spot, text ASK to 480-800-8051. It's also going to appear on the screen. There's going to be a QR code. You can't miss it. Text ASK to 480-800-8051, and you'll get texted back within a minute or so a link to submit your question and access to the private line, where you can have an opportunity to work with Michael live on today's show. But we got a ton of people tuning in from all over the world. We can actually see your interactions in the live chat right in front of us. So let us know where you're tuning in from. We're broadcasting from sunny Scottsdale, Arizona.
Beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. I see people from New Jersey. I see Judy from New Jersey, which is my hometown. I see Texas in the house. You got a fan there, Jaden.
We got the Hoverson crew in the house.
Yep,
What's
yep.
up, Texas?
We've got people calling from everyone. We got someone saying low volume. I'm not certain what it is.
We might need to turn up our volume a little bit.
Let me know. Give us, Shauna, if that's your end or our end as well. Want to make certain you guys hear us clearly. So welcome everybody to the show today. And today's session is a very, very specific one. It is about the mindset secrets of the highest performing people in the world. And I've had the opportunity over the last 2 decades to coach, work with, analyze, specialize some of the top performers, athletes, people in the movie business, business owners, entrepreneurs, people that are operating at their peak and the little twists and shifts they do. And for what most people do not recognize, we are getting low volume, so we got to get on that. Okay. What most people have not recognized is that the biggest shift to get ourselves to where we want to go is sometimes the littlest things that we can do to make a difference. I'm glad you finished my book today, and we are working on the audio as well. So, Jaden, how do we begin this? How do we begin this episode?
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about 4 strategies that top performers have to get what you want faster, easier, and on your terms. So last week we talked about this philosophy of average sucks, how everyone has an average, even top performers, and you can live life one of 2 ways: in your comfort zone, in your average, or you can, which is like a flat line, or you can live your life constantly on your edge, like in a spiral, going for more. So we talked about this philosophy of top performers, and one of the threads with even the questions we got asked last week was,
great questions.
How can I develop the mindset? Like, what actual strategies are there so I can become an even better performer in whatever endeavor I'm doing? We have some athletes on the line. We have people in high level business on the line. And we also probably have people that just want to be, better spouses, better parents. Yep. So Michael, you have these 4 strategies, these 4 mindsets that after working with top performers over the past 2 decades, you've seen them kind of share. But my first question is, let's just get this out of the way. Is a top performer, are they born that way, or can anyone actually become a top performer?
Well, I think everybody's a top performer. And what I mean by that is everybody's top performing. The question is, what is the performance you're actually putting on right now? And what I mean by what is the performance you're actually putting on, what I'm talking about is every single one of us is performing at some level in our life the thing that we're doing. And what I mean by that is we are performing the level we're performing. So the question is, what do you want to aim your performance at? So we live in a world, biggest reason why we do this show, and this will make you literally just want to share this and forward it, and do subscribe if this hits home with you. We live in a world today where we are being trained to perform at an average. We are living in a world that is training people on how to perform, being just like someone else. Like, hey, if you just act like Jim, or you just do what Susie does, or and we see this all the time.
Right.
It isn't modeling. It's a level of copying, and it's not people being their best. So what I this is, my microphone's low, okay, and his is very loud. So what's happening, we're going to get on that, and thank you, Paradise Valley United, for letting us know. So what I really want to talk about right now is how do we get past that? And the obsession that we have here is being obsessed with a very, very critical thing. And the critical thing is, how do we break past that average that we have and start getting people to where they want to go very, very quickly? So we're going to be taking live questions here in a little bit. And when you talked about the 4 mindsets people have, the great book, Carol Dweck's book on mindset, great book, gives you a couple mindsets, growth mindset, stuck mindset, no brainer, easy to read. But on a daily basis, every single one of us goes in one of 4 categories. And I'm going to break them down a little bit. We're also going to get, yes, average does suck, empowered living. Give them a like right there. Awesome. Love that you're sharing that as well. And if you do, because we are making certain we're doing this show for you, as the audio quality is continuing to get better, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that this is working and you're hearing us very, very clearly right now. So the first mindset I'm going to tell you most people deal with, Jaden, because people out there, typically when the questions come up, they think, for whatever reason, they think to themselves, they need to do more.
Right.
And they might.
They need to work harder.
I got to work harder.
Right.
I got to push more. Michael, teach me to work harder. I want to do more. That is our natural go-to attitude and mindset, because that's what we were trained when we were kids.
That got us to the point that we're at.
Bingo. And that's how most people get to where they're at. So if there's something you want to achieve, business, life, personal, most people think, I just want to get rid of my block. I want to be able to work harder. What am I missing? And the answer to the question is, you're not. You're running what we'd call an avoidance mindset. And it is a wonderful mindset that all of us have to have as people. An avoidance mindset is not a bad mindset.
Right.
It just has to be used at the right time. Because think of it this way. All mindsets are useful. I want you to think about this for the rest of your day or for the rest of your life. How are you using the mindset? And are you using it to get what it is that you want? Or are you using the mindset just to do what you're doing? So
that's really interesting, because I think a lot of people would be like, avoidance is almost a bad thing, because they're avoiding the things you're doing. But what I'm hearing is that top performers have a different relationship with avoidance, because you can look at somebody like Kobe Bryant, who is famous for his 4 a.m. workouts, and he was avoiding things. He was avoiding things that didn't contribute to him becoming a better player.
He used avoidance to win. So here's the deal. You are going to have any one of these 4 mindsets. You're going to have, and you'll earn all of these by the time the hour's up here today. You're going to use every single one of these very 4 empowering mindsets. You just got to use the right one at the right time. So you might even ask yourself, like, hey, what am I running right now? Am I running my avoidance mindset? And for most of us, if you're not doing something you need to do, you're running your avoidance mindset. Save that for avoiding something you don't want to do. Like I tell everybody, drive by the drive-through. Some people drive in. The drive-through is designed to be driven past. So when you see McDonald's, which I know none of you would go to, drive by that thing. Use your avoidance at that moment, not your avoidance when you need to do something else. So remember, avoidance is powerful when used accurately and correctly. And thank you, everyone out there. I just want to tell all of you, as we're putting this show together for all of us, I really want to thank you for being part of it, letting us know about the microphones, letting us know about the sound. We can't be perfect for anyone at all times, but thank you for being part of that. So give a shout out to all of you. And as you're jumping on, be certain to subscribe to the channel. And also, we didn't mention it for a couple minutes. A lot more people are joining us right now. If you've got a question that you want to ask live on the air, literally live, and dial in, no different than an old school radio show, go to michaelbernoff.com/ask, or text in the word ask to 480-800-8051. And I'd love to get your question answered right here on the session.
Beautiful. So we have the 4 strategies to get what you want faster, easier, and on your terms. These are all the mindset secrets of top performers and how you can take on their mental model. So after this stream, you can up-level your game. We covered the first one, the avoidance mindset. Let's do one more, and then we're going to start to take some calling questions, and we'll share the other 2 a little bit later in the show. Yeah. So avoidance, and what's the second mindset?
Well, I don't know if they're second like in order, like one versus the other. And what I mean by that is like it's not 1 and 2. So I would strip immediately in your mind 1 and 2, because the mind automatically looks for formulas. Good. And you want to remember, it's always looking for formulas. It's looking for what they're doing. So the avoidance mindset is super important to have. There's about 50 things you should be avoiding. You should literally grab a pen and paper and write down these 50 things, add to my avoidance mindset. You'd be very happy. Thank God that you've got the ability to avoid things. It's a wonderful thing. The second, I don't want to say second, but the second one I'm going to share, another one, which would be a better word to use rather than second, because instantaneously the mind, when they hear 1, 2, 3, 4, they always want to go this, then this, then this.
That's really good.
This is where I would bring this up. It's called the possibility mindset. And the possibility mindset basically says, This isn't happening currently, but it's possible. I want you to think about that. You don't actually have to do anything, but it's possible. It's possible. I want you to think right now about that very simple word, possible, possibility. I've got this thing that I want to do. I haven't done it yet. You install a possibility mindset. And this is what high performers have. A lot of them work in overdrive. You know, one of my mentors used to say that it's almost like we've got a gerbil, like a collection of them in our head that are running the possibility mindset, especially if you're a top performer or you're dealing with someone that has this ADD, what I call adynamic disorder. Your possibility mindset is running on overdrive, on Red Bull, on crack inside of your mind going, these are all the things that I can do. We can do all of these incredible things in our life. That is what the possibility mindset is like what is possible. Learning how to maneuver our possibility mindset. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Learning how to maneuver that to work with you instead of against you. And I'm going to tell you, most people, an ADD mind, or what you think an ADD brain is a massive possibility mindset, man. You're thinking big. So if you've got that thing that they tell us we have as high functioning entrepreneurs that have that ADD thing, you got a possibility mindset. It's running rampant. How do we turn the possibility mindset into one of the others? It is a formula that all of us can use. So you're watching this right now. You got a chance in the chat down below, whether you're watching this live or afterwards. Let us know which mindset excites you, which one turns you on, which one you want to do. So I want you to look at it right now like a hat. And you got to ask yourself, a hat or a set of jars in front of you, which mindset am I running at this moment? And which mindset should I apply that to? Because I would love all of you to be massively powerful avoidance creatures. I would love all of you to make a list of 50 things that you avoid. Being so good at avoiding, you don't drink. So good at avoiding, you don't do drugs. So good at avoiding, you don't treat people incorrectly. So good at avoiding that you avoid procrastinating. I mean, it would be amazing. I'd also love you to hone your possibility mindset so it works with you and allows you to start getting the things you want and making your life work in an incredible way. So I know questions are going to come up. And one of the things I'm going to ask you to do, live audience, is really think of the mindset that they're running and the mindset they want. So think of it this way. If there's a mindset they're running and one they want, it'll take the show to get all four of these out. Right. And there's a multitude of these. But these are going to be what all high performers do. And you want me to think of it this way. I've noticed, Jaden, when I quit drinking in 2016, one of the things that I did, my story, if you don't know me, one of the biggest reasons I stopped drinking had nothing to do with a problem. It had more to do with like, I believe I'm influential. I believe you're influential. I believe people watch shows like this. And if I'm telling a story about a binger in Vegas, or I'm drinking a bottle of wine, $500 with my wife, and I'm drinking, Deborah and I are drinking, some people got challenges out there. I don't want to be one of those people that supports somebody else out there. So I immediately used my avoidance mindset and said, I'm going to accept the power of my own influence, and I am literally going to put that in my avoidance. It's something I don't want to do. It is a waste of money. It is detrimental. It is not good for society, and I don't want to be the guy promoting it. And literally, I took something that I did religiously, and I dumped it over here. And a lot of you say easier said than done. Correct. Easier said than done, because your possibility is not working correctly and your avoidance mindset is not revved up at the level you need. You're using it for the wrong thing. So I'm going to challenge all of you to think about that in a big way. So I didn't do the show so I could talk. I did it so I could talk to you. I would love to get some questions.
Let's get some questions. We have some great...
They're going to dial in right here?
Exactly. We have some callers dialing in. Again, the last time I'll say this, if you want to have an opportunity to interact with Michael live on the show, text ASK to 480-800-8051. We'll put something up on the screen as well, just so you have the QR code and the michaelbernoff.com/ask. And just the last thought on what you said, we're all influencers. And sometimes people think, an influencer is somebody that shares their entire life on social media with 100,000 followers. But no, we're all influencing people with the actions that we take and also the actions that we don't take. And I think that was a beautiful example with what you just said with the drinking.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be extreme as that. Right. It could be anything. It could be avoiding the things we don't want to do. So everyone's got to get better at it. So let's hit some questions. You do not have to walk on and tell me which mindset you're using. I'd love to get your question. And the questions are typically about performance. Like, what do you want to be doing that you're not doing? And I'd love to help you. So who do we got? Who's first?
Yeah, let's take our first caller of the show this morning. So we have Anthony from San Diego, California. Our
Anthony.
team is getting Anthony unmuted. Anthony, can you hear us?
I can, Jaden. Hey, Jaden. Hey, Michael. How you guys doing?
Anthony, how are you? And welcome to the show today. Super excited. So we got one simple rule. You have to walk off better than you showed up today on the show. It's one of the big rules for all of us today. So how can I help? What's the question? What's going on? I'm going to take some notes.
Definitely. I think I'm in the right place here with you guys. I know I am. It's performance day, so that's what I want. So I'm an entrepreneur. You guys have helped me for years, and I'm working right now 6 to 7 days a week in my business. I just not always bringing the same enthusiasm I need to bring. Feels like it's Groundhog Day, so I need to really bring it every day, and I'm not right now. So love your guys' help.
Got it. And question is, you said not right now, like almost like not like your attitude is rotting away, or what's happening? What is your definition of not right now?
I feel like I'm going through the motions, working long hours, and not bringing the enthusiasm as often as I need to be successful.
Got it. Okay, good. So here's my question. In the past, you've had this enthusiasm?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, I heard a little pause there. You're like wondering where you found it. So what triggered the enthusiasm in the past?
Seeing growth in the business, having big meetings, things that are exciting on the calendar for me. That does lit me up.
Got it. So you're telling me that literally you have been what we would call a results-oriented person. So it sounds to me like you were excited naturally, like anybody is. And I want everyone to listen, because this is a natural thing that people do. So Anthony, how long have you been in this profession?
So I've been doing it for about 10 years.
Okay, very good. And at the beginning, were you super excited?
I was. There's so much I needed to learn, and there still is, but it was like drinking from a fire hose. Yeah. Every day was new.
Yeah. Natural excitement. So here's the way life works, and I want to get everybody to understand. So if you're looking to bring enthusiasm back in your marriage, you're looking to bring enthusiasm back in your relationship, in your job, your career, I want everyone to understand this, that we get an influx of this when we get started. So the way that our mind works is a very, very simple way. The mind is very, very powerful, because anytime you say, I want to do something new, you will immediately get the neurotransmitters go off in the mind and go, oh my gosh, this is something this guy wants to do. Let's produce large levels of excitement. Let's dump some dopamine, some norepinephrine, some serotonin. Let's get this person excited. And for most people, the excitement of a new job, a new career, or anything lasts somewhere between 7 to, let's say, 30 to 45 days automatically. This is why people get so excited. The infomercials back in the day knew that if you did not get that product to somebody in 30 days, the excitement wore off. If you didn't get it in 7 days, the excitement would wear off. So we get natural excitement, and then eventually the excitement teeters, and it isn't that it goes away. It starts to become natural and normal. So it sounds to me like it isn't that you need to get enthusiastic. Absolutely, Anthony, that you don't need to get like enthusiastic all the time. It sounds to me like it's becoming the same, what it is that you're doing, and you're actually probably very, very good at what it is that you're doing. And what I mean by that is you're operating right now from a possibility mindset that's not working the way you'd like it to. And what I mean by that is you're like, I believe it's possible to have more excitement and more enthusiasm, but you're not exactly certain how to actually do it. So you're not going to get back the enthusiasm you had. But what if you just understood that you have a results mindset? You're like, I feel good when I'm closing deals. So here's my question. Are you closing deals at the level that you'd like to be?
Wow. That's super great. Am I? Not yet.
Okay, got it. So when you close a deal, you'll be enthusiastic, correct?
That's correct.
Okay,
100%.
hear the smile. So what if I said you are hiding on yourself, you are using your avoidance technique. You're like, I am not going to feel good till I close a deal. What motivates Anthony? Closing deals. I am going to save, think of this, Anthony, all of my excitement, all my enthusiasm for when I close the deal, because you think that's going to motivate you to close the deal instead of understanding how it really works. Enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm. You're hiding it behind a rock. So if this is your end result, sale, bringing in money, then the enthusiasm comes out. You hit it on yourself because it sounds smart. Why would you hide it on yourself? Because you're thinking, if I just do the thing that I want to do, then I'll let the enthusiasm come back in my life. So it isn't that you're not enthusiastic. You hit it on yourself.
Oh my gosh, ding, 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 the light bulb just went on. Been hiding it because you're right, I've been feeling like I'm going through the motions, but I've been hiding it even though, I'm having the wins here and the wins there, and not fully experiencing them and moving to the next one after that and really experiencing it as well.
So what if you were to say, and I talked about this on the last show, the difference between a results-oriented person, like a goal person, and a task person? It sounds to me like you only allow yourself to be enthusiastic when you hit a goal versus learning how to be a person that actually enjoys not just the journey of what's going on. So we've got to find the exciting things and the things that we do. And I find this so often that enthusiasm, yes, joy breeds enthusiasm. So I'm just going to challenge you right now, Anthony, to look at your day. And this is not some silly therapist recommendation that I'm going to give you. You probably walked past 50 things that would have given you a win because you're looking for something that is going to give you the win. So let's just pretend, for an example, you want to make millions of dollars. And I hear this story all the time. There's a guy that wants to make millions of dollars. And every day he wakes up and he sees quarters on the ground and pennies. He's like, no, dude, I am so motivated. I want to make millions of dollars. And every day he wakes up and there's quarters and there's pennies and there's dollar bills. There's, I'm going to make millions of dollars. And finally, when I make millions of dollars, I'll be happy. He doesn't take a minute and pick up the quarters, pick up the pennies, pick up the little things along the way, and pick up the little wins, because every one of us should design a life that has multitudes of ways to get us to be enthusiastic and have fun and allow us to do the things that we need. So that is my challenge to you. Stop hiding the enthusiasm at the end result. You don't have to fake it and put it with I feel really good when I get rejected at a sale. But you've got to give yourself more ways to win, because when you have one way to get to where you want to go. You said you live in San Diego?
Yep, San Diego.
You know Coronado Island?
Oh, yeah. Nice place.
Outside of having a helicopter, how many ways are into that island?
There's just one way. It's the bridge.
Yeah, that's what most people think. You could also swim there. You could take a boat, correct? You could take a helicopter. You could take a plane. If all you see is the bridge and the bridge gets flooded, you are FUKED. Do you understand? So we need to get multiple ways to get to where it is we want to go. So I'm going to ask everyone who's listening right now, how many ways do you have to be fired up? How many ways do you have to be enthusiastic? You've got to fire up. Like I was watching Jaden last night, and thank you, Anthony, for the share today, and thank you for coming on the show and being with us. I was watching Michael Jordan. Would you consider him top performer?
I sure would.
I watched his acceptance speech, and I challenge everyone to watch his acceptance speech. He literally, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, Michael Jordan literally had a list of 50 people he was still pissed off at. Okay, literally so bothered with, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna that coach that took that guy and not me.
Yeah,
he made a mistake." Did you watch this ever?
No,
have you watched this? And then he literally attacked. He goes and you know that guy who said this thing, and they who told me that I'd never be as good.
The guy that gave me the dirty look.
The guy Bird. He had a list of everybody because he knew he had 50 ways to fire himself up and make himself enthusiastic and get where he wanted to go. It wasn't just one way. It wasn't winning a championship. And if you listen to that speech, I challenge anyone. If you want to drop it, you can always find the induction speech. Somebody can drop it in the chat. You should watch it. It'll floor you. You'll thank me for it later.
Yeah, I love that concept. I remember last year when I was hosting an in-person event and I was a little bit nervous for it, you told me, how are you going to feel after the event, after you host it? I was like, well, I'm going to feel empowered. I'm going to feel really confident in myself. And you're just like, could you feel 25% of that right now? Could you feel maybe 50% of that right now? And I was able to bring that emotion that I knew I would feel afterwards a little bit into the moment. It didn't make it all go away, but did it give me an advantage? Did it give me extra possibility? Heck yeah, it did. Yep. It reminded me of that.
It's the concept of go there. And the concept of go there is such an interesting concept. What I love about the concept of go there is if the state of mind you're in is not the one you want and there's one you want to be, you got to learn how to go there now. This is the part, you're not going to wake up, this whole childish approach that you're going to wake up in the morning and everything is going to absolutely turn out the way you want it to. I wish that for all of you. But we've got to go there. So if you don't like the feeling you're getting now, and there's a place you'd rather be, we need to learn how to be at that. And that is using your possibility mindset. How good can you be at living just a little bit into the future? Not extremely in the future, a little bit past what it is you're currently dealing with. It's where people get stuck in depression. That's not high performance depression.
Right.
Anxiety is not high performance. They're good at it. But high performers, the reason they get past those things is they use their possibility mindset to look past what it is they're currently doing.
I love that. Let us know a takeaway or two in the chat. We do want to give some shout outs. Again, we can see the chat right in front of us, so we're going to be shouting you out as you guys share your takeaways, your ahas, even if that was just valuable. Give Anthony a shout out for hopping on the show and showing courage and asking that live, because that's a great thing about asking questions on the show is, not only does it, allow yourself to level up, but it helps other people as well who are going through something similar to you. So I say let's take another caller. Ready for that, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So next up, we're going to have Della from Arizona. We're going to unmute you, Della. Can you hear us?
Yes. Hi, Jaden. Hi, Michael.
How are you?
It's
How are
great to
you,
be here.
Della? You ready to ask a good question?
It's Dila, and yes, I am.
Della.
Della, what's the question, girl?
I am currently multitasking several businesses that I have just launched. I have a problem with consistency and congruency because of the rumination, and I would like assistance in getting myself into the possibility mindset so that I can be a better businesswoman.
Okay, so you're using the words already. So basically, your possibility mindset is a dreamer, correct?
Yes.
Very good. So dreamers are really fun to talk to. Dreamers are also highly frustrated because one of the reasons they're frustrated is they don't live in the third mindset that I'm going to talk to you. It's called the reality mindset. They want to feel good and they start to dream. So it sounds to me like you have an overly high dreamer and a very, very active avoider. Does that sound right?
Mostly, yes.
I mean, is that a yes or a no? This is an ask me anything
Yes.
/ coaching.
Yes.
We do not do wishy-washy language. The big sign above my head that says average sucks. And loser language is maybe kind of sort of. And every one of us needs to be in solution-based communication. And what solution-based communication is solution-based communication is the type of communication that we use that helps us get from where we want to go. So you've got a imagine you got a piece of paper. And you said, where is my goals living? Well, they're heavily in avoidance and they're partially in dreamer and possibility and very little in reality. So what is the reality of the situation right now, Della?
The reality currently is that I'm not getting the response that I would like.
So what do you mean that response from who?
From my potential clients when I...
Okay, so the
approach
reality
them.
is you're just not that great at marketing what it is you're doing, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so if you good at reality is not about beating yourself up. So this is the part I realize. A lot of people hear me when they say, Jaden, they hear me say reality. And Della, listen, they hear me say reality like, oh, I'm going to be real about where I'm at. And then they
Right.
beat themselves up and then they have to go back in there. And I want you to think how we meld between these four mindsets. And then they live in their possibility. They're like, well, I just want to like feel good. So I'm going to dream about being better at this thing that I'm better at. And we miss, in a very, very intellectual way, we miss the thing that we want. And my challenge for all of you as you're listening, Della, if you were to get real, are you an incredible communicator? Are you influential?
Yes.
Okay, then why are they not buying from you? Or are you using your influence to influence yourself to feel good?
Aha. Got it.
So here's the deal. You're influential. Of course you are. We all are. I want everyone to listen to this. Every one of you are 100% influential. Every single human is a high performer. What are we using our high performance for? Every single person is a high performer. The homeless guy in the corner is performing incredibly well as a homeless person. I'm not knocking him. Heavily high performer. Della, you are performing very high level as a woman who's avoiding doing the thing that you know she needs to do. Very good. So here's the question. If we were to look at this, the reality is what we need to get good at. Really, really good at our reality's sake. And the way that our reality works is what all of us need to do is recognize I've got to become a better communicator and then use your possibility going, I can picture myself being a better communicator, not picture myself people buying from me. I truly believe you're using your possibility and skipping the reality, and you're visualizing somebody wanting, okay? You're visualizing somebody wanting, okay, to go ahead and buy from you versus allowing yourself to use your possibility to say, I've got the ability to get better at what it is I'm doing. So I'm going to challenge all of you to look at these 4 buckets and go, which mindset am I operating out of? Which mindset do I need to do? And which mindset is going to serve me? So Della, if you were to play with this, you got an overactive avoidance, your possibility mindset is running on overdrive, your reality is probably beating yourself up, and I think we need to give ourselves some actions, correct?
Yes.
What's your takeaway, my friend?
My takeaway is that I need to work on my communication skills so that I can be a better influencer on myself as well as others.
Very good. Very good. So my challenge for you right now is to put these 3 mindsets in a bucket right now. And hello from Ireland too. Super excited. I see Peter from Ireland.
Hey, Peter.
Peter, welcome. Della, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing. And this is something I see very, very often. Very often that Della had shared is people using the wrong mindset in a way, not the wrong, they're using it in a way that doesn't serve them.
Right. Because each of these mindsets, now that I'm picking this up from you, you switch between them when you need to serve you. And I love that Della perfectly teed up, which was the third mindset. You know, the first mindset, it's the avoidance mindset. The second mindset, it's the possibility mindset. And the third mindset, which, you know, Della led into perfectly, was the reality mindset. And if I'm understanding it correctly, it's like this acknowledgement of like, what is the actual truth of this moment, and not to sit in it too long to, you know, get down on yourself, but to go there to then like have a new possibility. So like for Della, maybe it's okay, so I'm not as great as a marketer as I could be, but then tapping into the possibility mindset and being like, but I could become a great marketer.
Yes.
Am I understanding
yeah,
that correctly?
this is a big piece of the puzzle is you've got to use the right mindset at the right time. And there's no right or wrong. Let's not say the right or wrong. They're all great.
Right.
Forget the right and wrong.
They're all tools.
How are you using this stuff? How are you using it? They're all wonderful. Everything. Do not vilify any of the mindsets. I am telling you, procrastination is a gift when used correctly. I am telling you, enthusiasm is a gift when used correctly. Anger is a gift when used correctly. And very, very few people are willing to, because even just in this idea, this concept of positive and negative, this BS concept this personal development industry has created, it is not right and wrong. It is not, it's not positive and negative. It's really what's working for you and what's getting you what it is you want. And this is my desire for all of you, is to get the thing that you want quicker and better. So I want to shout out one more time. If you want to ask a question, jump on the line. This is a live Ask Me Anything session if you just joined us. And we want to get questions that make a difference in people's lives. Biggest reason why we created the show is we were obsessed with the idea of serving and helping people. I spent 20 years of my life answering questions. My favorite thing in the world is to do what I'm doing right now. I'd love to serve and help all of you. So my desire for all of you is to send a message. Go to michaelbernoff.com/ask or 480-800-8051. Send the word ask, and we'd love to answer your question. Even if you're watching this not live, send that question, because we've got some rapid fire questions that we're going to ask here in a little bit, possibly from the last show, and you'll get a shout out for you at the same time. So where we go from here, Jaden?
Yeah, well, I just want to give some shout outs to people in the chat. Again, thank you, Dila. Give Dila some love in the comments. Let us know if you resonated with Dila. Anthony got a lot of love from Joy, from Empowered Living. So it's great to see you guys again. We can see the chat right in front of you. Laura is asking, can someone put the 4 mindsets in the chat?
Not yet. It's coming soon. We got 3 of them.
It's coming soon. Yeah, that 4th one's coming in just
bonus
a second.
Bonus points for people. Bonus points for your life. For people, we got the lights off. That's just a moving thing. Bonus points for those people out there that, as you're listening to this right now, can post some of them. So I'm going to give you one as avoidance. Start popping the other 3 in the channel right now. Bonus points. And we're going to have a giveaway. So if someone can get all, we'll do it later today. Get an average sucks skier we're going to send out.
All right. Well, just like Michael said, this is a call-in show. So we're going to take our next caller all the way from Burbank, California.
Boom, boom, boom. Burbank.
We have Jeanette. Jeanette, I'm going to unmute you here. How are you doing, Jeanette?
Really good. Good morning, Michael. This is Jeanette from
Hey,
Plaza
Jeanette.
Production One Mobile Dance Studio. How are you?
Doing great. Welcome to the show. Super excited that you are here today. And I will tell you which mindset, before we even get started, which mindset are you going to start playing with more often?
Wow, that's a really good question. That was not the one that was on my mind.
I'm just asking you which one. See if you're paying attention to the show.
Enthusiasm.
Okay, which is not one of the mindsets, but really what that is the possibility. The enthusiasm is hidden in the possibility mindset. So what is your question, my friend? I'd love to serve and help and do some coaching.
My question is, sales is my strong suit.
Okay.
I'm known as the cold calling queen,
Okay.
but I don't know how to teach that to others on my team.
Okay, so I want to listen to the language right now, and this is not to cut people off. I want to listen to the language right now very, very carefully. Is that as she's saying that, and I want you to repeat what you said one more time. Everybody to listen for the second time. I'm a language intensity word person, and I want you to listen right now. You said, what about your strong suit? Can you repeat that again?
My strong suit is sales.
Okay. Got it. So you're saying my strong suit is sales, and then in the moment later, you're using your possibility mindset to add 2,000 things to it. So reality mindset is my strong suit is sales. Then your possibility mindset says, let's not create additional possibilities when you said, I don't know how, correct?
Correct.
So
I am learning how.
Bingo. I am learning how. Language is the answer to everything. Folks, remember this. AI is freaking useless without words and language. Zero effect. Google search engines are words. Words run the mind. Words run the world. Words run everything we do in our lives. Your life is run off words. So what I'm hearing you say is, you basically have got a possibility that you've got for yourself where you say to yourself, listen, I avoid these other things because I'm not very good at it. I stick with sales because I'm good at it. I have trouble training people because I've never taken the time to get good at it. How would we relanguage this to make it possible? Look at the prompt let's play a little game here right now. Jeanette, have you used ChatGPT? If not, I'm hanging up on you.
All the time.
Okay, good. Thank God. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. If you were putting a prompt in to create the life that you're currently getting, what would the prompt say? How would you make the prompt for what you said to me as your question? What would you say?
I'm not sure I understand the question, Michael. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to say this then. I'll put it like this. Your prompt would be, how can I be a person who's really good at sales and that doesn't know how to train other people how to do sales, that can get all the glory for doing sales and can get frustrated with people that they're not good at it and want them to be better, but I never take the time to teach them? It would give you a script to do that, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Does that sound similar to the way you talk to yourself?
Yes, it does.
You ever heard that, was it garbage in, garbage out?
Yes.
Old statement from the old days when we talked about computers, correct? So how would we relanguage this, and how would we use the possibility mindset? Possibility mindset is such an amazing one to add to our lives. How could we possibly change the way you language this to allow yourself to be better at it?
I will learn how to translate my sales ability to help others.
Yep. So one of the things I learned years ago is we have to look at the past for two things. I'm going to write this down, two things. We use our past for two things, to laugh and to learn. Big. We don't have to worry about those, to laugh and to learn. We use our future to plan. But this is the important part. What will we do now in reality to allow ourselves to do the thing that we know we need to do? So I believe languaging this, going, look, I haven't taken the time to get good at training people in sales. I have learned. I'm going to take the time to understand what makes me do what I do. And this is one of the difficulties of high performers. And if this hits you like a 2x4, you can give me a 2x4 right in the chat. You're very good at what you do. And if you actually knew you could train anyone to be better, would that make you feel really great if somebody was better than you? Or at some deep childish way, Would it make you feel less adequate if actually somebody could be better than you? You could teach a lifelong skill of sales. If they could learn how to be better than you in 2 weeks, would that truly make you feel great? Honestly, think about it. Or would it be like, oh, I thought what I had was special? Pause and wait before
There's
you
a
answer
little
that.
there's a little girl whinge inside of me
I know.
that you're hitting on.
I know.
So there's part of me that's resisting that
I know.
possibility because I want to be the best at it.
High performers want to be the best. They believe they're the best, and they create intelligent competition. I want you to realize this. I am going to teach people what I know, so I'm forced to get better. This is why if you attend our events, I literally will show people exactly how to do the things I do. Like at Core, I teach people how to do the things that I do. And the reason I teach them those things is I'm going to give away everything because you can't steal magic. And what's fascinating about it is if I give away everything I know how to do, it forces me to have to get better. Remember this, high performers, they create intelligent competition. And what I mean by that is I am going to help other people get better. So I'm forced to have to get better myself. Live with that.
I love that.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you very much.
So the big thing, a lot of people watching this right now, I know some people we know, some people we don't know, and some of you watching this right now, you're saying to yourself like, hey, Michael, this is great. Like I'm loving the show, loving what's going on. Give it some love. Give some love to Jeanette for sharing. Talk about the part you're picking up, the thing that you're using. Intelligent competition is not like I'm going to go knock on the door of a McDonald's. I'm going to get Burger King fired up. I'm going to build competition inside of my own company. I'm going to piss off Pippen and make him be better. I'm going to play against Barkley. I'm going to make him be better. So I'm forced to get better. That's the way we got to play the game. So some of you are like listening right now and you're like, hey, I'm loving this. What do I do with this? I want to use this stuff to get better. I know that we have put together some really, really cool stuff for anybody watching this right now. And you're like, hey, I'm loving this idea. I'm loving this. I'm going to cover that in a couple minutes before I get to the next mindset. What do people do? Like, how do people get rocking with this?
Yeah, I love that. So if you text GO to 480-800-8051, we'll put it on the screen as well, or michaelbernoff.com/go. You'll get to a page where you can explore the different ways that you can work with Michael and get coached by Michael.
Yeah, and really, I love doing this stuff. I love working with you guys one-on-one here. I also know that coaching comes in different formats, and a lot of us come to YouTube for coaching. We come to Google for coaching. Right. We come and applaud you. I absolutely applaud you. And someone's waiting for the fourth one. I'm not holding back. It's just it hasn't surfaced.
It's
yet.
coming, guys.
It's coming. It's coming. If you want it, let us know you want it. And it's funny because I already can tell in the chat somebody's going to say later, like, "Here's the 4. Save yourself the video." And it's funny when you hear those incredible people. When you send GO to 480-800-8051, I want to share with you a couple options. I'd love to work with you. I have been mentored in many ways. I get mentored through books. I get mentored through audios. Yep. I get mentored through events. Any way you want to get started, I'd love to serve and help you if you like our style and you want to grow. And being a top performer is not really my end result for you. I believe all of you are top performers. A highly effective, efficient top performer, that's what I want for you. And I want you to think of those different words. I see all top performers. Every one of you watching this, you are a high performer. I want you to be highly efficient and highly effective because you're already performing. A smoker is a high performing smoker. Highly efficient and highly effective is I'm using it to get the thing that I want. And that's what I want for all of you. So check it out. Get a copy of my book at a minimum on the page and get a chance to work with us. There's some amazing things. And if you still got time, hit our Core event coming up here next week. I'd love to get a chance to work with you, especially because we're live. Core's coming up, next week?
It's next week.
I can't believe that.
Eleanor in the chat's like, I need to get back to Core.
Yep.
You definitely do. We'd love to make that happen for you. Yep. And I've even seen you use these mindsets, in the last couple of weeks leading up to Core for anyone that's hosting an event, especially an event like yours that, has hundreds of people. It's not a simple production. No. I've seen you rotate between avoidance, possibility, reality, really beautifully. I mean, just your ability. We have a saying in the office, like obsessively optimistic. Yep. And even though it's
It's not easy all the time.
Right.
Yes.
Even though it's not easy all the time. Like yesterday, you took a moment just to this is just so people can understand how your mind thinks. Like in amongst a busy day, you took a moment, and we have somebody on our team named Isaac.
Yep.
And you're like, Isaac, did you know your name means laughter?
Well, I said to him, Isaac, do you know what your name means? He goes, I think I remember.
Right.
And I go, well, look. And I said smile originally.
Okay, use the smile.
I said smile because I heard it somewhere. But I knew it was something good. And he looked it up. He goes, it meant laughter. And then his face just lit up.
And it created this really beautiful moment in the office. And then we all kind of just took a step back and we stepped into like our possibility,
Yeah. And what's cool about that was then I had him text his mom. I said, text your mom, thank her for the name. And then he got the story and it lit up other people. We can create a possibility anytime. And think about how cool it is. Just your name means laughter. I mean, you can create a possibility of incredibleness all the time. Most of us could probably look up online what your thank you, Joy, and yes, Core is amazing. And it's beyond amazing. It is transformational. So
you guys have spent 50 minutes with Michael so far.
Yeah.
Imagine with
40 hours.
Imagine 3 days with Michael live in person. That's happening next week. And there's another one in October as well. And again, you can learn more about the events, the virtual events. People are talking about the book. Just one more time, that's go to 480-800-8051. We'll send you a link where you can kind of explore the different ways to get involved in Michael's world. But
can they also email michaelbernoff.com/go? Or
that's right, michaelbernoff.com/go. There's also a QR code on screen, so lots of ways you guys can explore that. But what do you say, Michael? Should we take another caller?
Yeah, I'll take one more, and then maybe a rapid fire question will be about in the next 10 minutes. You guys are going to get the answer that you are looking for today, and I'm excited about sharing that with all of you. And if you have one question, again, 480-800-8051, text ask, and we will continue doing the show. One other thing I was going to say at this point, if you're watching this right now, there's a big ask right now. I want you to subscribe to the channel right now. Like, take a second right now and watch this, whether you're live or later. Just literally, I'm going to stop, take a second, and breathe. And it's no different than one of my mentors taught me. When you're eating, and I'm working on this one, he goes, put down your fork. And he goes, kings will dine. And then I added to it. I say, so we're saying like the average people just devour? He says, yes. So take a moment while you're in the middle of this and just put down, like, watch and listen, take a second, hit the subscribe button, and also share the show. Like, share this on your channel. I really would. We want to get this out to the world. More people. It's very sad how many people are watching BS Instagram all day long and scrolling nonsense, watching things that are making them insecure. Let's get this out in front of as many people as possible. So put it on your Facebook, put it on your Instagram, put it on your LinkedIn, grab this channel, share it. I highly, highly encourage you to be one of those people who do it. And if you tag me on it, we're going to be giving away an Average Sucks shirt to a winner before the next show. We'll announce it on the next show. We're going to be giving away to someone who takes this show, shares it on their wall, and we're going to be giving away. You got to tag me and mention Michael Bernoff in the post. Tag me, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Make sure to message me, and our team is going to figure that out. We're going to have a winner before the next show coming up here in.
You want to throw us a black Average Sucks shirt? Hello, Lucas, just so I can flash on.
Show you what it is. Yeah, these are very, very powerful. Bing, bam, boom. These are the greatest promotion tools in the world. I wear one almost every single day. The reason why is people stop me all the time and they go, "Man, nice shirt." And it also gets rid of people you don't want to have in your life.
I was going to say, more than that, it's the right kind of people that stop you.
Yeah.
I've been stopped by literally like local business owners, like made some really cool connections just because I'm sitting at a coffee shop working. And then literally someone just comes up to me and is like, "Hey, that's a really great shirt." Like,
really great
behind it. So
really great shirt. So they're marketing tools, and you get a chance to say afterwards, "Yes, thank you. I have an above average real estate company. I have an above average mortgage company. I'm above average financial plan. I'm above average mother or father." And then you're going to build a great relationship. I get stopped all the time, but people love it. Listen, I've gotten through TSA quicker with this thing on. It is amazing. Great conversation starter, and I want this to be for you. So I'm going to throw it over here. Get it ready to get shipped to somebody.
All right, so we'll do one more
Boom, boom.
question.
Let's keep it quick.
And then
Let's
we're going
go.
to share the fourth mindset, and we'll wrap. So we have Tori calling in.
Tori!
Actually, don't know. Tori, where are you calling in from? You're the only one I don't have.
Hey, calling in from Nebraska.
Tori from Nebraska. What's up, my friend?
Not too much, not too much.
Are you a first-time listener?
No, I've listened a few times and
Cool.
went to core.
I know who you are. I just meant listener of the show. I meant the show. So go ahead, buddy. What's the question?
Yeah, so I'm wondering how important is identifying one's values when it comes to just fulfillment and motivation in life, and then how do you do that and actually identifying your own values and not what society says that you should value, which I think we can often get confused and mixed up with.
Okay, so let's do a little shift in language right now. So we're going to reframe what it is you said. So do you want to know how I would do it or how you can do it?
How could I do it?
Very good. Very different, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Do you really care how I do it or do you care how you can do it?
Myself.
If you're learning how to play tennis and you see Andre Agassi back in the day, I just aged myself, and he just literally just kills the ball, puts it perfectly where he wants to go. Would you ever want to know how he does it, or do you want to know how you do it if you're a tennis player?
Yeah, myself.
Making you laugh, right? So it goes into the last mindset that I'm going to share. So you're kind of teeing me up perfectly well. So what was the beginning of your question again?
How important is it for someone to identify their values and then align their goals and their actions with that?
Okay. So how important would you like it to be? Because this is going to be your belief system, because you're asking me what my belief system would be. Because you got to remember, values are functioning in our belief system. So values, if you understand what they really are, they drive our decision making. So what you mean by values, or what we really want to be doing with our life, or what's important? Because what is one of your top values?
For me, it's my children.
Good. What is one of the things you want to be doing in your life?
I'm currently working towards a breathwork certification.
Cool.
Nice.
Which is going to be great. It's going to make you more effective and better, which has nothing to do with your kids. And you can mandle it and go like, well, if I'm better at breathwork certification, I can maybe sell this and I can be a better dad and blah, blah, blah. And we kind of we use our possibility and our reality. But at the end of the day, the idea with our values, they're super important. They're very, very important for what drives us as people. But we've got to get real with what our values really are versus the ones we think we should have, correct?
Yeah.
Because there's the values you want and there's the values you actually live. And so let's just say I said they were super duper important, the most important thing in the world. What would you say to that?
I would say that aligns with what I'm beginning to believe more and more.
Okay, so were you asking a question for validation, or were you looking for direction? Because these are two different things. And I find a lot of people in coaching, they want to validate their belief versus looking for direction.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of both. And the same thing happened at Core Live 4 years ago. I stood up and I was trying to be a life coach at the time, and then I said my kids are my highest value, and you nailed it on the head. And you said, well, you probably take them to the park more than you work on your business.
And is that true?
Yeah, and that was at the time. And I guess my other question is, so how do I shift that? If I know that my values do sort of fuel and direct my focus and my attention, is it just as simple as like just repeating it, or what
let's look at the mindset.
do?
So here's the deal. Right now, you're using your avoidance mindset to not do things you don't want to do, correct?
Correct.
Your reality mindset is you've got a really, really great reality. Like, here is what I am doing, and I'm firm on this and who I am, correct? But your reality mindset and your possibility mindset don't have a good relationship. Are you willing to change what reality is?
Yes.
I think you are interested in being a good parent. I don't think you ever said, how can I be even better one?
Yeah, true.
So what if your values were growth values and there were things that actually got you to be better at what it is you're doing versus just valuing the thing that we have? So my challenge for you as you're listening to this right now is you've got to figure out what I'm going to talk about, which is the last mindset, which I call the advantage mindset. And the advantage mindset is a mindset. So we got them down. You guys can all start typing them again. Let's see the first person to get all 4 of them. Okay, quickly. Let's see who it is.
Who's it going to be?
Let me see, Tori. The first question I have is advantage. What does that word mean to you?
It means having sort of a strategic or some sort of knowledge or understanding that gives you a leg up on.
What's an advantage you have in life?
It doesn't necessarily have to be on another person, but
what is an advantage you have in life? Joy got it.
Having two supportive parents.
Oh, maybe not Joy. It was Christy. Got it. So do you look at that as an advantage regularly? Do you list your advantages regularly? I get advantages.
No, I do not.
Got it. So if you increase your advantages, these are things that I have as an advantage. I have an advantage because I understand the power of language. I have an advantage of influence. I have an advantage that I've got the 4 mindsets. I have an advantage that I've been to core. So instead of looking at things we've done, what if the things we've done are actually created advantages in our lives? And we have a ton of advantage other people don't have. We've lived the life we live. We know how we operate. And if you could recognize that one of the most powerful things about the advantage mindset is we've been through stuff like this before. We got through it before. We know how to get where we need to go. That is one of the powerful things. So your question is good, but I also believe you were asking for some level of validation, which I'm not going to give you, meaning like which is right, which is wrong. I get a better question. What would you rather be doing that you're not doing?
Actually taking action that moves me forward in a more significant way, having an impact in the world and not just spinning the wheel of personal development.
Yeah, so what I would do is right now off the bat, I'd say, listen, I'm avoiding some of the things I want to be doing. I would get a list out. Here's a couple things I'm avoiding. I'd say possibility is what you just said is a great possibility. Reality is don't beat yourself up. Here's what I'm currently doing. I'm doing good, but I could get to great. God, I'm already working on it, but how do I take that next step to what's going on? And what are some of the advantages that I have? And I'm going to tell you, you've stockpiled a lot of them. So, Troy, thank you for jumping on here today and sharing. And this is one thing that people deal with. I loved how he brought that up, and it comes full circle. He's talking about core. And a lot of times people will say, like, I've been to that. I've done that before. And I always say, like, okay, what are you going to say? Like Zig Ziglar, you say, what, you showered yesterday? You're not going to do it again today? I mean,
Right.
I already been to the bathroom. I'm not going to go again. I mean, you've got to be a person that allows themselves to continually do things. Anybody who is, and this is high performers do, they don't do things once. They read a book dozens of times. They don't say, oh, I did that already, or I've been to that before. I've done that. So if you've been to core, I'd love to have you come back. If you've never been to core, you really got to get there, because it's a core of us that really, really makes the difference. And again, it's an option for all of you. If you text 480-800-8051, text the word GO, and we'll send you access to that as well.
michaelbernoff.com/go. You know, I've been to that event multiple times, and you know, each time you go to that event, you're a different person. Each time you go to that event, it helps you, you know, identify what that next level is, so you can keep on striving towards it. And talking about advantages, I mean, that's exactly it. I mean, we have hundreds of people next week coming to Scottsdale, Arizona, because they're going to give themselves an advantage.
Yep. They're going to walk away different.
Right.
By Sunday, the people that come to core, they're not going to recognize who they used to be. And if the old version of them showed up, they probably kicked their ass. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. And
the reason is they're going to get all 4 of these mindsets locked and loaded. We're not even going to mention them, but it's going to be part of the entire curriculum is how do I become a person with massive possibilities, but also live in reality. And I don't mean like a seatbelted reality.
Right.
I mean a very, very powerful reality. Like this is possible, and these are the steps that I need to do in an actionable plan to make it work. The event is not designed to inspire you at the event. The event that ends on Saturday is designed to make you effective on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for years to go. So figure it out. Get yourself here. Again, michaelbernoff.com /
And again, I understand it's next week. That's not at all the only way to work with Michael.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't make it next week, get the book, take call to action, get started, check us out, subscribe to the channel. So I believe it's almost go time here, and we don't believe it ends. We'll be doing a show here. We'll be doing a show here in the next 2 weeks, again, live.
Yes.
Couple
next
wins.
week is core, so we will not be
We'll
on
not be
next
doing a
week,
show.
but the following Friday, we're back on.
Absolutely. So you want to take one rapid fire we got?
We do have a rapid fire question. So,
And if for some reason you did not get your question answered today, stay in the queue, send the question. We will get to those questions eventually and make certain our team knows them. We love you. We care about you. We want to do.
So I love this because so Bruce, he texted in last week, and this is talking about he was living in his possibility. He was like, I can't be on the show, you know, but is there any humanly possible way that you can answer my question? So Bruce, you know, because you're living the possibility, we're going to take your rapid fire question. So Bruce is asking, how do I get the courage to leave a job that does help people, but get the courage to do something that I really, really love? That's more in alignment with my vision. So really, how do I get the courage to leave a job and to take that next step in doing something that I guess he feels like he's called towards and he has a vision for?
Yeah, so we typically use our avoidance technique, and he's doing it right there against his possibility. It's like, I really believe there's something possible. He's not taking the time to get clear with himself what he means by that. The language, what I love, like he's not saying what I love. He's not saying what I really want to love doing. And this is the part I want to tell you, Bruce. You are never going to know what you love by talking about it. You're only going to know through action. You're going to feel good talking about it. You're going to feel good analyzing it, looking at it in your brain, like, oh, it makes me feel good. You've got to take steps towards what you want to see if you even like it. So I usually say in reality, the first step is you got a great job. Job does not stand for just over broke. Your job stands for this. Venture capitalists to let you have the life that you want. You've got an employer paying you money. Use your time. If you don't have the courage to use an hour here, an hour there to go get the thing you want, one of the most lonely things in the world is just to like, well, I'm just going to jump ship and do it. Very few people that works well for. So while you've got a little runway, a couple of months, whatever it is, use that to on the side, do the thing you need and find out what you actually love. When you find the thing that you love doing, the thing that really excites you, that really turns you on, that really, really gets you going, what's going to begin to happen is that's going to get you the big, big win that you want. So that's my recommendation is start creating reality. Take your possibility. Give yourself an advantage, 3 to 5 experiences of doing it. If you don't love it while you're still getting paid by your job, and stop villainizing your job. People do that all the time. Oh, you're holding me back. Dude, not true. I've seen it for years. I remember when I was first getting my call to action sets done at the beginning, I'm like, well, when I finally have time, we don't have to do all this coaching and stuff, I will then do my call to action thing.
Right.
Ton of money coming in from coaching at the beginning, tons doing one-on-one stuff. And then I never made the CDs. And then the coaching dried up for a minute because I got busy doing classes and courses, and then I still didn't get the CDs done. While you're getting paid, go start playing with the thing you want so you can give yourself an advantage of experience. Once you've experienced, have done it before, think of how simple this is. In reality, I'm going to take steps about my possibilities to give myself an advantage. And while you're taking action, you're instantly not avoiding. There you go, Bruce. Go.
That's so good. So these are the mindset secrets of top performers. Again, one more time there. Avoidance, possibility, reality, advantage. Who was the first, Lucas, can you scroll up? Who was the first person that we're going to be sending a shirt to on the chat if you can? I was just going to shout them
you want
to
shout them out.
really
The first one. Bump, 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 bump. Christy. No,
Yeah,
is it above
Chris-
it? No, wait, no.
Christy.
Did Christy? We sure? Christy?
Let's see. Christy.
Did she get all 4? Christy?
Yeah, I think it was Christy.
All right, Christy.
So if you want to just text in your size and address to 480-800-8051, we got you, and we'll have an Average Sucks t-shirt coming your way.
Yep, we're going to get that rocking. We're going to have more giveaways and stuff in the future. A couple things as we're winding down. Make certain to subscribe to the channel. Send in your questions. Definitely, we're going to continue doing this show. We absolutely could use your support. And the biggest way to support this channel and support our mission of what it is we're doing, subscribe, share, and watch, and do. And we would love to see how the impact makes an impact in your life, and reach out and let us know. So, Jaden, any final thoughts?
The worst thing you can do after the show is be like, that was a really great idea. I feel inspired. That's living in your thinking, which doesn't do a lot for you.
Live in your action.
Think about one of these mindsets, just one. Avoidance, possibility, reality, advantage, maybe that you need to live more in, or you need to live less in.
Yep.
And just take that step today, and it'll start to become more and more natural for you.
And if I were to give a formula to everybody out there, we'll finalize the show with a very, very simple formula. And again, subscribe, share, watch, and use. That's going to be the big difference maker. Is I give you a formula is, listen, we are going to all avoid all the times. Don't beat yourself up from it. You beat yourself up from it, you're giving yourself not a good advantage, okay? So here's what I would do. You got to look at your possibility and then pick one of them. Create reality. Actually get yourself to take action. Once you took action, instantaneously, you'll have an advantage you didn't have prior called experience. When you start playing with those mindsets, you will get the biggest wins that you want. So with that said, I want to thank all of you for being action takers and being here watching live or watching after the fact or sharing the show with people you care about. And I want to remind you of this very simple thing before we sign off here today, is that you are a high performer and you are performing at a very, very high level. You've got the ability and the desire in your life to create more. It's about becoming more effective and becoming more efficient, and you do it through the power of your words and your language. So super excited about an opportunity. With that said, my co-host here, Jaden Easton, and I want to give you a quick shout out, tell you to keep on playing big, making things happen in this world, and keep on playing and doing the things that you need. And again, subscribe, share, use, and grow.
Go be great, everyone.